Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine, and it is day 22 of 31 days of Christmas crafting, and we're in the kitchen today. To start off with, we are going to make some super duper chocolate truffles. So I will get you down and I'll show you what is what. So you may have seen me cook earlier this year on my channel white chocolate truffles. Today we are going to make some truffles that I think are a bit more manly, and I'm going to use 200 grams of milk chocolate and 100 grams of dark chocolate. These are Aldi chocolate, and I think they're really good quality. They're £1.49 for 200 grams, and we need 300 grams for this recipe. I've also got 300 millilitres of double cream, and I've got a pan of water on the heat ready to start melting my chocolate in a minute. My chocolate is now in a glass bowl sitting over a pan of simmering water. You do not want your water to boil, and we're just going to wait for this to melt. You can see my chocolate has melted now. It didn't take long at all, and I'm slowly going to add the cream little by little. 300 millilitres of double cream. I've turned the heat off. I don't want to pour this in too quickly. Now it has started to what they call seize, so I'm going to just put this on low heat again and continue stirring. See how that's going nice and glossy now. I guess you could add your cream all in one go, but I just find it easy to add it bit by bit. That's lovely and glossy. Last bit of cream going in. And we're going to stir. Okay, now that that is all amalgamated, we're going to add some flavourings. So we are going to add a pinch of, well, a pinch. We're going to add a splash of brandy. You could put rum in, or cognac, or whiskey. That's probably quite a lot. I do want these quite boozy. I'm going to stir that in. So these would make ideal Christmas gifts. Obviously, if you're making them for a Christmas gift, this is too early to make them on the 22nd of October. But I reckon they keep for a week, 10 days, refrigerated. And because they've got a little bit of alcohol in, it does act as a preservative. Now I'm going to add a little bit of salt. And call me mad, but I'm also going to add a little bit of chili powder, just a little bit, because the flavour will intensify as this cools. So I've got probably between 1/4 and 1/2 teaspoon there, or maybe just a little bit more for luck. I'm going to stir that in. Chocolate and chilli go very well together. I've made chocolate and chilli mousse before, and it just gives a really lovely warming effect. Now I've used a mixture of milk and dark chocolate, as you saw. You could use just milk, you could use just dark. I thought I would do a mixture because one of my favourite green and black chocolates is the milk chocolate that's got 50% cocoa solids, so I'm hoping that this will taste a little bit like that. So what we need to do now is let this cool down. When it is cool, we're going to cover it with cling film and we're going to refrigerate it for a good few hours. So I will come back to you when we've done that. So I've left my mixture overnight and it's a bit soft, but we're going to try and work with it. And I'm just going to do this process. It'll be self-explanatory. I'll put you on fast speed. So you saw me get a little bit of a mess there. It is a very messy job. A little top tip, if you coat your hands lightly with a little bit of vegetable oil or sunflower oil, it does help stop the truffle mixture sticking to your hands. This is what I've got left. And I confess I did halfway through the process put the mixture in the freezer to firm up, but out of that mixture we have got 24 truffles, and I was trying to work out the cost. So we had 2 bars of chocolate which were £1.49 each. We'll round that up to £3, but I only used 1.5 bars, so £2 for the chocolate and 85p for the 300 millilitres of cream. I had the brandy and the chili and the salt in my cupboard already, but let's say you've used 50p worth of brandy or alcohol. So where are we? £2.85, £3.30. Let's round it up to £3.40 for 24 chocolate truffles. I might make a box for these. To be honest with you, Mr. Paper&Twine and I will be eating them in a couple of days' time. We've got some friends coming for dinner. And what I quite often do, instead of making a dessert, or as well as making a dessert, is put a platter together of things like grapes, chocolate truffles, and things like crystallized ginger. Because sometimes people don't want a dessert, but they want a little something sweet with a coffee perhaps. So that's what we will be doing next week. So these will probably go in a plastic box. I have got on my channel, and I'll link in the description box below, a video where I show you how I made a box for, I think it was 16 chocolate truffles. And I've also got a recipe for a white Cointreau and truffle mixture as well, which would also make a lovely Christmas gift. As I say, if you're making these for Christmas, it's too early yet, but you could make these 10 days before Christmas. And they'd be a nice addition to your Christmas table. I was also thinking, as I was making these and tasting the mixture, and I have to say the chili gives a beautiful warmth, a very grown-up flavour, lovely for a masculine gift. I was also thinking, if you've got cardamom, scrape out the seeds out of cardamom pods, grind them with a pestle and mortar, or the end of a rolling pin or something like that, and a little bit of cardamom with the milk and dark chocolate mixture would also be nice. If you experiment with these, let me know. Make a comment down below if you experiment with these and what flavours you would add. I will be back tomorrow with day, oh, I've lost count. Will it be day 23 tomorrow? Anyway, I'll be back whatever day it is. Take care. Bye now.